power has a way of making the heart race even before the engine turns over, and no modern muscle car captures that feeling better than the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170. This machine is more than just transportation. It's a thunderstorm on wheels, a statement of rebellion against an automotive world quickly moving toward quiet electric motors and eco-friendly efficiency. For those who crave gasoline, flames, and sheer adrenaline, this car feels like the final salute to a golden era of muscle. The Dodge Challenger has always stood tall as a symbol of American performance, but the 2025 SRT Demon 170 takes things to an entirely different level. Dodge engineers poured every ounce of their expertise into creating the most powerful production muscle car ever built. This isn't just another version of the Challenger, it's the ultimate farewell performance, meant to etch its name into history books and onto the pavement of drag strips across the globe. Viewers watching this will discover what makes the Demon 170 so extraordinary, from its design and detail to the raw numbers that make jaws drop. Staring at the exterior, one can immediately sense that this car isn't designed to blend in. It has a stance so wide and aggressive it almost dares you to look away. The body retains that familiar Challenger shape, long, low, and muscular, but refined with sharper lines and subtle tweaks that scream performance. Its front fascia carries an angry expression with deep-set headlights and an oversized air intake feeding the beast beneath the hood. The Demon 170 sits lower than many rivals, gripping the road with massive drag radial tires wrapped around lightweight alloy wheels. Every crease and curve serves a purpose, from directing airflow for aerodynamics to feeding cool air into the supercharged Hemi. Dodge offers striking paint options, each paired with bold badging that proudly displays the Demon insignia. This is not a car you park quietly, it's one that makes an entrance every single time. Inside, the experience is stripped down yet surprisingly refined. Dodge knows the Demon's purpose isn't luxury cruising, but rather raw performance, so the cabin balances comfort with function. The driver's seat hugs you tightly, designed to keep you locked in when unleashing over 1,000 horses. Premium Alcantara and leather trim remind you that this is no ordinary drag machine, it's still crafted with care. The infotainment system is intuitive, with a crisp touchscreen offering access to performance pages, G-force readouts, and drag timing data. Simple controls make sure nothing distracts from the main event, the drive itself. Cabin space remains generous compared to most sports cars, and while rear seats are optional, many enthusiasts prefer the stripped-down version to shave weight. Despite its hardcore nature, the Demon 170 doesn't forget everyday needs, providing modern conveniences like climate control, smartphone integration, and a premium audio option for the moments when you're not listening to the supercharger scream. Under the hood lies the beating heart of this monster, a 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8 tuned to deliver numbers that almost sound unreal. On E85 fuel, the Demon 170 unleashes a staggering 1,025 horsepower and 945 pound-feet of torque. That means this car doesn't just move, it launches like a rocket strapped to asphalt. Official figures show a 0 to 60 time of just 1.66 seconds, making it the fastest accelerating production car in the world. Quarter-mile passes clock in at 8.91 seconds at 151 miles per hour, a number previously reserved for purpose-built race cars. The transmission is a beefed-up TorqueFlite 8-speed automatic, calibrated for lightning shifts and drag strip dominance. Suspension tuning includes adaptive dampers that can stiffen for handling or soften slightly for launch grip. The experience is raw, violent, and addictive. Drivers describe it as being pinned to the seat with no escape, a rush that sends shivers down your spine. Confidence at extreme speeds comes from more than horsepower alone, and Dodge made sure the Demon 170 is equipped with modern safety systems that keep its outrageous performance somewhat under control. The chassis is reinforced to handle the stress of drag launches, while massive Brembo brakes clamp down with authority, giving the driver reassurance when slowing from triple-digit speeds. Traction control and launch assist are programmed specifically for drag strip use, helping to manage wheel spin while extracting every ounce of acceleration. Safety features like stability control, adaptive cruise, and forward collision alerts bring a touch of daily usability, though no one buys a Demon 170 for its commuter manners. What matters is that it balances sheer madness with just enough safety nets to keep the experience thrilling without feeling reckless. Technology plays a bigger role here than in any Challenger before it. Performance pages on the infotainment system let drivers fine-tune settings for transmission shifts, suspension response, and even line lock burnouts. A built-in drag timing system tracks reaction times and quarter-mile results, turning every straight stretch of road, or more responsibly, every legal drag strip, into your personal testing ground. The car's ability to adapt on the fly with customizable drive modes ensures that whether you're chasing personal bests or just enjoying a spirited weekend cruise, the Demon 170 can mold itself to your mood. This blend of old-school muscle with new-school tech creates an experience that is as smart as it is savage. Pricing this beast puts it in rare company. Officially starting around $96,666, the Demon 170 isn't cheap, but considering the performance it delivers, it almost feels like a bargain. Cars capable of breaking into the 9-second quarter-mile range usually require six-figure race builds or million-dollar hypercars. Dodge has somehow bottled that level of performance into a street-legal package at a fraction of the cost. Options can push the price higher, especially if you opt for luxury touches inside or choose one of the eye-catching premium paint finishes. Still, when compared to rivals like high-end Mustangs or Camaros, the Demon 170 plays in an entirely different league, leaving them in the rear view both in raw numbers and overall impact. The market positioning of this car makes it more than just another model release. It feels like a farewell letter to the Challenger itself, a last flame before Dodge transitions into electrification with future EV muscle. For enthusiasts, that makes the Demon 170 more than just a purchase, it's a piece of history. Owning one is like holding onto the final chapter of an era defined by displacement, noise, and unapologetic speed. Collectors are already circling, knowing that production is limited, and once they're gone, no other car will quite capture this mix of insanity and nostalgia. Reflections on the driving experience reveal why it has struck such a chord with fans worldwide. Pilots of the Demon 170 describe a sensation of being thrown into another dimension every time they plant their right foot. The roar of the supercharger screams louder than reason, while the tires claw desperately at the pavement. It's not just speed, it's theater. Every startup, every burnout, every quarter-mile pass feels like a performance designed to stir the soul. In an age where cars are becoming quieter and more automated, the Demon 170 reminds us that driving can still be raw, unpredictable, and deeply emotional. Closing thoughts about this machine come with a mix of excitement and bittersweet reality. On one hand, the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170 is the most extreme, most exhilarating version of the Challenger ever built, delivering numbers that cement its status as a legend. On the other, it represents the end of an era, a line in the sand before performance takes a new direction under electric power. That duality makes it not only one of the most powerful cars you can buy but also one of the most meaningful. So, what does the Demon 170 really stand for? It's proof that Dodge refused to let muscle fade quietly into the night. Instead, it roared louder, ran faster, and delivered one last knockout punch to remind the world what pure gasoline fury feels like. For those lucky enough to drive or own one, it won't just be a car, it will be an experience that stays with them forever. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments. Would you choose this beast over modern electric performance cars, or is it a legend best left in the hands of collectors? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more passionate car reviews, and join us as we continue to celebrate the machines that move our hearts as much as our bodies.